All right, for more on this, let's now speak to Andy Mashaile, retired Interpol ambassador and a security strategist. So a very good afternoon to you, and thank you so much for your time. So an interesting week then at the ad hoc committee this week, taking all the proceedings to the prison, the correctional centre. That's where Vusimuzi Matlala will be. How significant a testimony will we be hearing from Matlala, do you think? And when you look at, of course, the allegations that were made by General Mkhwanazi, placing Matlala at the centre of just the infiltration of alleged criminal entities as well as individuals within the SABC. Mr. Mashaile, please can you unmute yourself? I think you're muted. Try again.
No, I'm not muted.
There we go. There we go.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you perfectly, so go ahead.
Onati, good afternoon to you and to your viewers. Mr. Matlala is at the center of serious allegations as belted out by Lieutenant General Ntanta Mkhwanazi. Fast forward to witness A, who had a recording of Mr. Matlala saying those things that we have heard. That speaks to the issue of him having had popped out money, and part of that money having had being used for the January 8th statement. Let's put a figure to what he alleges. He alleges that he had already given out 500,000 rands to the minister through the unreliable, as per Justice Mazanga, the unreliable Mr. Mkhoti, who was the man with the brown paper bag taking money from A to B. So the testimony is very, very critical in the establishment of the linkages of the minister, one. Two, the second part of the linkage would also revolve around General Sibia, and also critical to what the ad hoc committee would want to hear is the John Wick's story that we have picked up from the ad hoc, the Madlanga Commission, as espoused by or as shared by Mr. Brown Mokhoti, suggesting that actually John Wick, who killed a sizable number of people in and around the Tshwane townships, Hammanskraal or Atteridgeville, Mr. John Wick is Vusimuzi Matlala. I am certain that from a threat risk assessment, the portfolio committee would then have been advised that it is important and safer and cost effective for the ad hoc committee to go where Mr. Matlala is, using the security of the precinct itself, Kgosi Mampuru, as well as beefing up either with the special task force and the NIU, because Mr. Matlala is a key to the downfall of many other people who might have been related to him, those who have benefited from him. They would obviously want to unalive him so that they can have their lives normal going on. Remember, whatever is going to say Unati is going to create more chaos and damage for others who have been mentioned and others that may come out as a result of his testimony.
Yeah, and I mean, central to that is also just how wide scale the infiltration in the, the criminal justice system is, because you would recall that we're not only just looking at this particular leadership of the SAPS, but we're going many years back, which is why you saw, even previous ministers coming to testify, just to see the breadth and the depth of just how wide scale this infiltration is possibly. And also the concern, of course, is around this cartel, this 5-member cartel. We know that 2 people have been associated with this cartel, including Matlala himself, but we still don't know who the other possible 3 are. I mean, there's been 1 or 2 words thrown out, including, of course, KT Molefe too. But it does then mean that this is going to be crucial testimony, as also you've been alluding to.
Unathi, let's take it a little bit back to 2017, the NASREC conference. Remember that there are names that have been sealed by a court order that have helped the president through funding to become the president of the country. I am definitely sure, certain that some of the members of the ad hoc committee will quiz Mr. Matlala with regard to having had contributed in the 2017 campaign. And should he say yes to that, can you imagine the chaos that is going to happen? And I also think that Mr. Matlala now has nothing to lose. Whatever that he thinks can be used to get him out of jail by implicating other people who might be removed from the system, either from leadership of the police, leadership of the country. He will definitely do that. You can imagine, Unati, having had been central to all of these sorts of things, Mr. Matlala will now have to come out clean. Just look back at what Mr. Mokgotsi was saying about Ntate Matlala and having taken money from Ntate Matlala. I think he will be a very angry man, angry and using the element of time and the platform to point out exactly what is it that Brown Mokgotsi did on behalf of the minister, including his so-called visit to Kenya to listen to someone who knows about General Ntantla Mkhwanazi and King Misizulu having formed part of the CIA agents or operatives. So there's a lot that's going to come out that I'm expecting, that given the data that is before us and having crunched the data, the evidence that came through on many platforms and through many witnesses, I am definitely sure that chaos is going to break loose, including the shenanigans at EMPD, particularly the Blue Light saga involving and including Brigadier Julius Mkhwanazi. There is going to be pain for all those that have had a relationship of financial benefit with Mr. Matlala.
All right, so thank you so much for your time. That's Andy Mashaile, retired Interpol ambassador and security strategist, just giving us his analysis on that.